What an exciting day I had. Taking a motorcycle out in a different country, having the opportunity to rent a bike from Jason Griffith, and getting back on something like this Kawasaki was quite an experience, period. No windshield, mid-controls, all these things I haven't done in a while, and wind and rain, but it was a beautiful, beautiful experience, and I really enjoyed the opportunity to be able to take a motorcycle around the TT on the Isle of Man. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. As I headed out, the first destination was going to be Murray's Motorcycle Museum, and Murray has a long history of supporting the riders and a part of the deep culture of the Isle of Man, and definitely a must go to when you are visiting there. When I arrived at Murray's with my wife and mother-in-law in a rental car following me, I noticed that the sign said closed, and that was just another part of the experience of this. It seems that Murray just kind of forgot to take his close sign down for the morning. It was definitely open and was really quite a fun experience when I got inside. He had a great conversation with Pam, my mother-in-law, and of course picked out that we're Americans visiting the island and told us lots of great stories. He was a little bit of a crass, old, curmudgeon-y, fun-loving guy who had really good stories and really enjoyed kind of taking one out on me, gave me a nickname and everything, and thought it was quite the experience. Hillary really got the full experience as well. He immediately, as we entered, handed her a handful of ferries that represent, of course, the ferry bridge, which is one of the great stops here on the island. There was just a huge amount of history in this museum, from racing and motorcycle riding. It was such a cool experience to be able to see all this history in one spot. Murray said that even though he doesn't have kids, he has put in his will that the museum will stay open in perpetuity, and I hope that that is true and that I have a chance to go back and see him and see the museum again. I was excited to get on the road and get on the route for the TT. Murray's is not on the direct route of the main course, and so I was excited to get on to the next thing, but looking at all these bikes and seeing all the history that's there was a very, very unique and wonderful experience. So it was time to get on the route to the TT as you head out of the museum and you move your way onto the actual course. I'm going to be headed first to a little town called Kirkmichael, which was just beautiful, and I had a really nice little moment to stop there at the Meter Club, which wasn't open yet, but I took some pictures and then walked the street there a little bit and saw the actual church of St. Michael's in the town of Kirkmichael. Kirk, of course, meaning church. So from there, the trip would go to Ramsey and then take the mountain pass, go over the mountain box, do the tight curve, and kind of end at Craigney Ba. And you'll see some of the pictures there from meeting for some food at that point too. So the whole trip lasted just about 3 hours that day, and even got down to the sea a little bit and took some pictures there as well. did actually make my way all the way back down to Douglas before heading back to Creg-ny-Baa, and down by the ocean here took several pictures. It was really cool. During this time too, my wife Hillary and my mother-in-law Pam took a train ride up the mountain, and there was actually a point where I could see the train that they were on, and I was trying to wave at them, and as they were headed up Snaefell Mountain on what they call here the tramway, and they got to the top of the mountain and had a really good time, had some tea up there, and enjoyed visiting together during that day. We finally did make it to Creg-ny-Baa together and had a wonderful meal, picked up some souvenirs, and checked out the space. We had one last stop to make to go see the Dunlap Memorial and have an opportunity to take some pictures up there near the mountaintop and get a few more opportunities to see and smell the ocean from way up high on the mountain. Isle of Man is one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited in my life, and I encourage everyone to take the opportunity to go next time you're in that part of the world.